Welcome to Hear the Watchman Journey. Join us now with your host, Mike Kerr, bringing you up to date as the end-time events unfold with the latest Watchmen's Report.
Here, the Watchmen Conference coming up here at the end of August, about 22 days away. And if you can be in attendance, personally, you'd be glad you did. But in case you can't, there's also a live stream that you can get hold of. That way you don't have to travel. You can just sit there in the comfort of your lounge and enjoy the stream. So here with some details is a true friend of the caravan, a former, a lad who's out there giving it hell. But, Lord got hold of him, and Mike Kerr's never been the same, so why don't we talk to him? Hey, Mike, how's it going?
Hey, John, it's going great, and I really want to thank you for having me back on the show today. We are big fans of Caravan to Midnight and everything that you're doing, and I want to encourage everybody out there, get a subscription to Caravan to Midnight, man. It's $60 for an entire year, and you get to hear great guests and just some phenomenal information. It's well worth your investment. So thank you, John.
Well, thank you for that. Thank you for that little encouragement. We want to welcome some more members into the family. So how's the attendance shaping up now? By all the reports, pretty good.
It's amazing. We're blessed. Hear the Watchman Conference in Boise, Idaho, August 18th through the 20th is really something special. The conference itself is like all our other conferences. We have some wonderful, wonderful speakers coming. L.A. Marzulli will be there. Russ Dizdar will be there. Messianic Rabbi Parat is coming all the way from Israel to talk at this conference. Scotty Clark will be there. Those were a couple of the new guys. Pastor Paul Bagley, Coach Dave. It's shaping up wonderfully. We do still have some tickets left, but they're going quickly. But more importantly, John, what we want to let your listeners know is if they can't make it to Boise, they have the ability to be a part of this whole thing, including seeing the total eclipse of the sun on the 21st from a location, an undisclosed location in the mountains of Idaho, by going and using our live stream on demand feature. And we have a special code for that. It's Caravan20. Go on there, folks, sign up for it. You get to watch it for 6 months. It's on a Vimeo, so you can watch it on Roku, any device that you have. 6 months of viewing for $39.99. And if you use the code Caravan, you'll get 20% off of that price. And we guarantee the stream. So if you have any problem that we can't fix, we'll just refund you your money. But the conference, John, is just really, my gosh, it's in a beautiful location right on the river in Boise. It's at the Riverside Hotel. If you do want to come in person, you can use that same code, Caravan20, and get $20 off per ticket. Now, the Riverside Hotel is completely sold out, but the Red Lion, which is their sister hotel right there in Boise, has rooms for $99 a night and has a shuttle that will bring you over to the conference. So if you want to come in person, take advantage of that. But, John, part of these conferences in the past, and the thing that's going on right now, there's so much happening in the world. We have the total eclipse on the 21st. And I think we have 150 people going up to the eclipse and more people following us up to go view the eclipse. But it's not only that. On September, we have this total alignment of the stars. And no one has studied this deeper than Scotty Clark at the conference. And so it's a chance for you to come and get informed. But, we don't run form, as you know. We provide a whole lot of different views of what's going on and what we need to study on and look out for, because there's so much going on in the world today.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Well, look, I don't, a lot going on in the world. That's for sure. Well, this is a really, it's a beautiful part of the world. There's going to be some beautiful celestial activity, and you got a bunch of great speakers here. Derek and Sharon Gilbert, as you mentioned, the Messianic Rabbi Zev Porat, Paul Begley's going to be there, Pastor Paul, L.A. Marzulli, Scott Clark, Russ Dizdar, Pastor Carl Gallups. I like Carl a lot. He's a very cool guy. Michael Bodea is going to be there, and Casper McLeod, and Josh Tolley, and Dr. Michael Lake, and Coach Dave. I mean, this looks like a really nice lineup. All the Watchmen conferences have been really, really cool. And I say again, nobody has ever left one going, wow, am I ever disappointed? They don't do that. They're like, wow, that was great. And a lot of people say it just absolutely changed their lives. So it's not like you're, it's just unbelievable. The outfits out there that claim to be all about human rights and fairness and all of that, they haven't even tried to put a glove on Hear the Watchman. Not at all. There have been no accusations that, well, you go there thinking you're going to see and hear one thing, but when you get in there, you're being indoctrinated. You're not being indoctrinated into anything except love and sense and purpose. That's pretty much it. And everybody I've talked to has expressed just all kinds of compliments for you and Jeannie, and the speakers, and the effect that hearing those people speak had on them. So 100%, man. That's good as it gets.
Yeah, well, it's I'll tell you what, it's been a journey, John, and you've been with us since the beginning. And we're excited because we have more opportunities coming up. We're going to have a conference back there in your hometown in Dallas in March. We are working right now with a very generous supporter to do one in the Long Island area in New York sometime next year. We'll see how that pans out. But you know, the Hear the Watchman conference, what's happened with it is it's become a movement. It has become a gathering of people who want to be informed about what's going on in the world. They want to know from the people like L.A. Marzulli what's happening, and Dr. Michael Lake. It's really turned into being something that is blessing people with the information, the knowledge that they need to navigate through these difficult times. And you know, if you look at we have a couple of women. I mean, like I'm sure you're aware today, Donald Trump said that they would not allow transgenders in the military. You know, I support him completely in that. I think I don't know who decided that there could be transgenders in the military. I think it was the president that preceded him, or that woman that let the Patriots die in Benghazi. But, you know, it's just we have little wins as we go along here right now. And what our conferences do is they give people the tools that they need to go back to their hometowns and make a stand for the values that America was founded on. You know, my stepdaughter, we had a huge victory with my stepdaughter. She came up, she's going to a liberal college in California, and she brought me a sign that I treasure that says, God, guns, and guts made America free. Let's keep it that way. And you know what? It is about that, folks. We have to take a stand. And that's what Hear the Watchman's about. It's about taking a stand, being an American, believing in the Constitution, believing in God, and making a difference in your own community.
That's beautiful. It really is. Yeah, the interesting thing that seems to be permeating everything is division. So, I mean, what you said right then, you know, God, guns, and guts. Don't forget the gear and the grub. This doesn't mean that anybody's being indoctrinated into a militia mentality. It's about It's about personal responsibility, and support for people who. Let me put it this way: when you try to accommodate everybody, you wind up accommodating nobody. When you try to do what's best for everybody, you wind up doing the very worst for many people. So we have to protect our constitutional republic. It doesn't matter how many times these people call it a democracy. It's not. It's not a democracy. Democracy is majority rule, period. There is no House, there is no Senate, and then there is no executive office, which the power of that office can veto anything that the House and Senate have approved. The executive office can say, no, I'm not doing this. And then if the Congress feels strongly enough about it, then they can override that veto. But how many times has that happened in history? This is not a democracy, and we must preserve this republic. So this isn't some rabble-rousing political thing. This is an enlightenment conference with a spiritual foundation. And I just want to make sure and say that before we ring off here, because I don't want people to get the wrong idea. It's not, nobody's going to come out and do the charismatic thing with their snakes or any of that. It's just, it's just really kind of normal, folks, is what it is. It's the most normal experience. It's a normal, what we used to know to be normal. It's not exclusive, it's inclusive. But the fact that it's normal is somewhat exclusive in this day and age. So I'll leave it at that. Was that suitably confusing?
Yeah, I don't know if that's confusing at all, John. I mean, but, nowadays, about the only place you can find normal is at our conference or the setting on your dryer. There's just no normal out there anymore. And it's because America largely has abandoned the foundation that this country was founded upon. Our founding fathers, when they wrote the Constitution, they wrote into that Constitution things that are very important to the way we need to manage our country today. And the country was founded on a belief in God. And so when you come to a Hear the Watchman conference, what you hear are patriots and people who believe in the Lord, believe in God, but also have opinions on what is really happening in America and how we need to, let's say, put the train in reverse and get back to what it was that made this country great. And, we work hard to do that. There's also been incredible miracles that have happened at our conference. We've had people who have been sick, who have come there and been healed over prayer. And I know that to a lot of people is like, oh, yeah. But I'm telling you, this one woman from Buffalo, New York, sent me her cancer scan after she came to the conference, and somehow she was now clear of cancer. Now, I personally, John, believe that that's the power of God working and changing the lives of the people who are willing to stand up for everything that this country was founded upon, and everything that you stand for, and everything that I stand for. And you know what? I don't want to forget to say this before we sign off, John. If you're a veteran and you want to come to this conference, just contact me. Go to hearthewatchmenmen.com. Just click the contact button. I'll let you come to the conference for absolutely free. I will not charge you one dime to come to our conference. And folks, the other thing you can do to help us out is please follow us on our YouTube channel. Just Google Hear the Watchman YouTube, and you'll see the Watchman's Journey. That's our YouTube channel. We interview great people, all the speakers, we've interviewed them. We try and bring some other new people in there. It's not just a religious channel. We try to bring in all kinds of stuff to that channel, and it helps us to continue our mission to, keep this grassroots. And that's the thing, John. This is a grassroots movement of Americans who want to stand up and now be accountable.
That's beautiful, Mike. Look, thanks very much, and I look forward to seeing you again in person in the not-too-distant future, okay?
All right, brother. Thank you so much for having me on the show today. And folks, don't miss out. Get on a Caravan to Midnight, $60 a year. Get a subscription. It's changed my life. and it's changed a lot of other people's lives. So don't miss out. Thank you so much, John. God bless you and your lovely wife and Chief and Ken and everybody else at Caravan to Midnight.
Thank you. Take care, Mike. Best to Jeannie.
You too.
Thank you for tuning in to Hear the Watchman Journey. Be sure to stay tuned for the next Watchman's Report. Keeping our eye on the sky, this is Hear the Watchman's Journey. Thank you for joining us.